Gotta get to play. Oops. Sorry. Sorry. You guys heard us talking in the background. She was talking about doing a dance. Doing a dance.
I'm going to choreograph a Fiance Files dance for me and Sekou. Because Sekou's an amazing dancer.
I don't know about that. I know I used to be.
You are.
I used to be.
You still are.
Maybe.
Definitely.
Maybe.
Definitely.
What's up, folks? Time for Fiance Files. Time for Fiance Files.
Why? Because why?
Because why?
Yeah. Because you're a fiance. I'm a fiance.
Okay. All right. So we are kind of like wet. We just went running in the rain.
Said wet.
And we just ran in the rain, and and so we're still a little uneasily set in.
You just make stuff up. You make
words
up.
I don't know. But anyway, we are here. We are here. In time for Fiance Files. Hey.
How was your week, Sekou, right?
So yeah. So as we say, we don't talk about what we're going to talk about on the show. What we're going to talk about on the show. And we're just going to talk. And so she asked me how my week was. Yeah, my week was okay. So yesterday though. Yesterday was a big day. Part, because I was up thanks to insomnia. I was up. I got a text message early in the morning about my coming to the William Cullen High School, right? And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I should do it.
But tell them what you were going there for.
To do a speaking engagement for their career day. So it wasn't just me. There's all kinds of people. The Marines were there. Everyone was there to show these kids.
Police I saw NYPD there.
Yeah, to show them different things that they could do. And yeah, so I decided to do it. And man, I thought it was going to be much shorter than it was, and it was a long day. What they said is I needed to be there by 12. Mm-hmm. And thanks to Fee King for tuning out her own show, to be there for me. I appreciate that. And
no problem.
Yeah, thank you, Fee. Thank you. And so we went. And that's only the first thing they had set up for me. They had me set up for a class at 12, but then they had a class after that, and then they had a meet and greet after that. And I was like, woo! It was rough. It was rough.
Let me jump in here real quick.
Okay.
Sekou writes, this guy right here did not tell me about this speaking engagement until 3 hours before.
Wait.
That morning.
No, I tried to wake you up.
Don't be trying to wake you up.
Yeah, and you were like, and I was like, all right, never mind. I'll tell you when you wake up.
Really?
Yeah, we had a whole conversation. I was like, Fee, as you were like, I was like, what? I can tell her later, but you were knocked out.
And so what I got from that? Hi, Nelson. Nelson's like, I want to talk.
Yeah. Okay.
What I got from that is it's best to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
And I think this is for all of those creators, writers, speakers, poets, artists. If you know your story and if you've lived it, and I share this with Sekou often, that no one knows his story like him. And so no matter what, he's always prepared, which is why you were able to say yes. Now, me, on the other hand.
I didn't think about it like that. I did not think about it like that. So I give you props for thinking of it that way.
It's because we get scared. Like, you get scared. What's up, Fatima Waz? We get scared. En route there, I just want to shout you out real quick.
Okay.
Because I got us lost.
Oh yeah. We took out. Yeah.
We were in Queens. I had been wanting to go to Queens. So I've been sharing with people, whoever will listen, that one of my goals is to touch every borough. Like, I want to see the entirety of this state.
Yeah.
I had never been to Queens except for the New York City Marathon.
Yeah.
And we literally just, walked over the Queens Bridge, and then we were somewhere else. And I was like, I really want to experience Queens. Let me tell you.
First of all, I was like, let's just hop an Uber, because we got off the train, and I don't know where we're walking to. Let's hop in the Uber. And she's like, no, let's walk this way. And boy, I was like, all right, what's going on here? What's going on? I was nervous and everything.
Queens is very different from Manhattan. We had a good time though. Like, we were walking and talking, and I was just checking out the architecture. I said, it is vastly different energetically. The stores, the businesses, the houses. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What I want to shout you out for, is we both watched like Amazing Race.
Yes.
We all know people who are either married, in relationships, dating, engaged. I've seen so many people go off on their partner and shame them and guilt them and judge them. And not one time did Sekou say, Fee, you gonna make me late. Because we've been working on Einstein time, which we learned in our book study group. The Big Leap. The Big Leap is the truth. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks.
Yeah, Gay Hendricks.
Last night was our last class.
Yeah.
One of the things that we learned is that we are in control of time. Time does not exist outside of us. Mm-hmm. And so there's no need to rush. There's no need to pressure yourself about time. And in that moment, it really resonated with me that we are in control of our times. We control time. Time does not control us. And that Sekou is really just like at the you at the core of who you are very kind. Because I've seen even friendships, siblings, it's your fault. There was no blame game, is my point. You didn't point the finger because you could have. And I think people tend to do that. And I just loved, in that moment, I was thinking, he's so dope. You're so dope.
well, thank you. I was just worried about getting there. And when that
it didn't show though. You didn't show that you were worried, like in your words.
Oh yeah.
Like, Fee, we're gonna be late.
Oh no, I wasn't feeling it like that.
Okay, good.
But when the taxi cab came and got us, and then took us further out to the same direction we were going, and I was like, what? I mean, it was a long way. It was a long way.
It was a long.
And then to get out, the train station was on the. It was right on the corner.
It was right.
Yeah.
Here's
right
the
there.
School gate. Here's the train station.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was crazy.
We looked at it as a learning moment. Mm-hmm. When you get booked for an event, a speaking engagement, is to get all of the finite particulars. So that's my job. I said, you know what, going forward, I'll make sure to ask, what is the best route? Okay. What is the best route? Because there was a better route than the route we took, but the route we took was perfect.
Yeah.
And I think that translates into our personal and professional life. Sometimes you think that the route you're on is not the route that you're supposed to be on, but it is, because we got to experience Queens from the vantage point of walking, from the vantage point of the train, and from the vantage point of the lift. I was like this. And we got to ask the Lyft driver questions about Queens. By the way, he was team Queens. He was team Queens. He's like, yeah, it's very beautiful here. It's very beautiful, and it's growing, and they're building. And I said, okay, Queens. Yeah, that was Queens Astoria.
So before we go any further, I've got to talk about what happened, because we got lost. We got there just in time. We walked in. Just as they were gathering people, like, let's go to your class. We walked in and they were moving us out. So there was no time to like catch your breath or chill. Yeah. So they took us to a class of 10th graders, right? Those 10th graders. 10th graders. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Oh my goodness.
High school.
Oh my goodness. High school. And I won't say that it was difficult, but I will say that I wasn't quite prepared for them. And I was trying to adapt on the flow. And thank goodness Fee chirped in and said something, started saying something, and that gave me a chance to breathe, because I was like, I was sweating, I was hot, I was like, oh, please talk to him for a while, please talk to him for a while. Let me get myself together. Let me get myself together, and really have something to say to them. But I had to end with him early. I was like, all right, I got to go early. So I closed it up. I was like, hey, teacher, you good? And something like that.
But they wouldn't let him go. You attempted to.
Yeah, I attempted to go.
Literally, you stayed there until, because they started leaving to go to their next period.
Yeah.
The teachers in the first 2 classes, there were 2 teachers, 2 male teachers. And I thought, school is so different, because we had 1 teacher.
Yeah. The school was huge and beautiful.
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 The school.
Beautiful.
And I didn't even know we were going to a high school until we arrived, until we put it in the GPS.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't know the demographic, not that it mattered. But these are the details that you do want to get so that you can prepare your talk around your demographic. It was primarily Latino. Those kids were amazing. Those kids were so sharp. Shout out to Valeria. We have a new friend, and she's 16.
Yeah, she was dope.
Valeria.
She was on it. So we're talking about it. One of the students at the school.
They pair you with an escort.
Yeah.
Valeria, we love this young girl. She was confident, joyful, bright, positive, energetic.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, what kind of 16-year-old? I was interviewing Valeria. Valeria took such good care of Sekou.
Took great care of us.
The teachers, though. The teachers in this classroom had so many questions for you. The one teacher who was a substitute teacher, I thought, the guy with the yellow t-shirt. He had so many questions for Sekou.
Yeah.
I filmed him and just the questions. So we'll be sharing those on social media.
Yes, we will. Yes.
But I think that there was something personal going on with him based on the questions that he asked. He was vested.
Yeah. He spoke to me and asked me questions. And then afterwards, I accidentally left my folder. And so I came back to get my folder, and he put his hand out above my folder. He was like, no. I need to talk to you. Like, you really did something. You really gave me hope, and all these things he said to me. He talked to me for a good few minutes. He really went deep and said, what you said was very impactful to me. And I thought that was great that I got him.
Yes.
If nobody else, I got him.
You got him and the other teacher and
the student from that class.
The student
from that class who said she came and found me later during the meet and greet.
In their extraordinary library. The library was like a city public library.
It was massive. It was massive.
That's cool. Shout out to William Cullen Bryant High School. William Cullen Bryant High School in Queens.
Yeah. And shout out to my neighbor Philip for hooking all this up.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Phil. And
shout out to you, Phil.
Yeah, shout out to you. Good looking out. And I just wanted to say that one student of that class of 10th graders came and found me later and talked about how much I touched her. And I was like, oh man, because I was sweating. I was dripping sweat. I was like, I was so nervous. And so for her to come and talk about my darkest moment, my most challenging moment, and give it love and energy, I mean, that just moved me.
She was very interested in your book. She looked it up.
Yeah.
There was another teacher. So his second class was
second class was 9th graders.
It was 9th graders, and it was a
it was a lot easier.
Said that's incredible.
It was a lot easier. It was a lot easier.
And because it was an English literature, it was a lit class. When we walked in, there are 2 teachers, and I thought, this is so different. Again, I'm just not accustomed to 2 teachers in one classroom.
Yeah.
And the classrooms were small.
Right.
They just finished reading the governor of Maryland's book, which I have. And so we were talking about that because it's about basically there are 2 Westmores in Baltimore and how their lives went in 2 very drastically different directions, and the kids get to determine, are we products of our environment or our choices? So I thought this is the perfect class. The teacher was excited about Sekou. She was so excited, and I saw her taking notes.
Yeah.
And she lit up. She lit up when he talked about, and I don't know if you're going to show this, but this teacher.
Oh yeah, wait a minute,
the video. She lit up when you talked about
when she talked about money, because
you talked about money.
Fee brought me into money, and I didn't. I was like, I have a show called Being Rich 101 that I've had forever. Well, not forever.
He was all cavalier about it. Oh,
I was like,
by the way,
I was like, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it, and then she reminded me, Get Rich 101, and I was like, Get Rich 101, Get Rich 101, let's go, let's go, and I got excited. And so let's see if we can do this.
Yes, pull that up.
We can do this. Put this up. Pull this.
Yay! Look at the money bag.
And this is very short. This is very short. Here we go.
Don't exchange time for money. Don't exchange time for money. Don't exchange. After I had a stroke, after I started studying money, man, I've done more with money in the past year and 8 months. Don't exchange time for money. Don't exchange time for money. Don't exchange.
But that reminds me of something else. That reminds me of the fact that I asked both groups to put tell me how old do you think I am, right? And they were like, oh, well, the teens, the 10th graders were all over there. They were like, throwing out numbers. I was like, oh,
yeah.
And then the 9th graders were a little less, but both of them were shocked when I told them my age. I told them my age.
I was shocked. I was like, that's good. That's good.
What I told them is my age is 1 year. 1 year old. And they were like, what? What are you talking about? What you talking about? And listen, folks, I am a year and 8 months old because that's the day that I had my stroke and I got reset by amnesia to nothing. Amnesia brought me down to 0. So I've been rebuilding since then. And that's just the truth. So I have been restructuring myself in a way that's different than the way I was structured before. And it's true that I have done more with money in the past year and 8 months than I've ever done with money. And I'm finding out the more I learn, the more secrets there are to learn. And I'm just finding out more and more and more interesting things.
I think it's because you do have a desire, you have more time, and you've also not only have you done more with money since your stroke, you've taught more people about, you've dispelled the myth about money to more people post-stroke than pre-stroke. Because you were going down the rabbit hole slowly before your stroke.
Wait. I was going down the rabbit hole quickly because I saw my old shows and I was like, what are you talking about? Like I was talking so fast that I was there for the erudites, the people who are very, very high up. But for regular people, forget about it. Forget about it. I keep telling people that when I watch myself on my show, first of all, I didn't realize I had a show. My mom was watching the show. I was like, "Ooh, I have a show." And so then to fight with myself about what to do with the money, like that stuff that he used to tell me to do with my money,
he being you,
he being me. And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." And so anyway, how I've been dealing with it since the stroke has been much more
open.
Yeah,
Definitely open. I just don't want you teaching me before your stroke.
Oh, right.
Before your stroke. And I think because of the aphasia and the amnesia, sometimes it's not as clear, but you were going down the rabbit hole before your stroke.
Right. But okay, this is a good example. Because didn't you have like you doing a little bit of something before the stroke, but after the stroke, I really gave it to you, right? And it got you more.
Definitely.
Okay.
But however, I was doing things before the stroke. As a matter of fact, the day of your stroke was the day that you said fee. It was the day before because it was a Thursday. You had a stroke. You said fee. Don't forget that you must buy one full share of Google stock on Friday because it's going to split. You said it's $150.
Wow.
You said fee. Do you need help with it? Let me know.
Yeah.
And I messaged you on Thursday and you never responded.
Wow.
And I said, cool, I got my stock. And I was really disappointed because you didn't respond.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was the day he had a stroke, which was July 14th, 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a strong day. That was a strong day.
That was
a strong day.
Yeah.
And mind you, I had complete amnesia. So I forgot everybody. I forgot who my mom was. I forgot who B was. I forgot who everybody was. So that is the day that I reawakened. That is the day that, it makes me 1 year old because, I said this, and I think it was Fatima said she liked it, that I was 1 hour old. I was 1 hour old. Yeah, I was just 1 hour old. And so yeah.
I thought that was a good entryway. And so after your speaking gig, like, how fatigued were you?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I because the first one was hard, and I needed like a good few minutes before I was reset for the next one. But I didn't get a few minutes. Like, you remember when you were in school, right? You get buzzed and you get 5 minutes to go to in between classes, and I was like, oh, I need time. I need time. But I went in there and I did it, and I did it twice. I did both classes, and then the next class was one-on-ones. People were coming up one-on-ones and just telling me how they felt.
It was so much energy.
So much. And I kept on answering the same questions. And it was hard for me. Because I thought that it would get easier as I answered the same question over and over again. But it kept getting harder. It kept getting harder. I was like, what's going on with my mouth? I was like trying to say the same things. And then I would pretend, I would go like this. I'd be like this. I do that
like you were thinking
because I was trying to get my mouth together. I was like, oh, it was a good thing. It was a good thing to learn these things.
You know what, Sekou, what I just thought about in this moment is when you said, because you said it over and over, and I thought, I'm so grateful that you took that cue. When I started talking about money, and basically I handed it off to him.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I would not have been able to accompany you and support you and learn and meet some new people if I were still trading time for money.
Time for money.
If I was still trading,
don't trade your time for money.
Time for money, and I think it's trading your hours for money, trading your time and hours for money. If I were still doing that full time, 100%. I would not have been able to be there, because when he said 12, I was thinking it's a speaking engagement for 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes. We didn't know, or I didn't know till we got there that it was career day. And I thought, I've done career days.
Yeah.
And they're a little longer. Yeah. And I thought, okay, so this will be an hour. No, the whole event was almost 4 hours.
And people were there. Oh yeah, right.
It ended at 3:30.
Yeah.
It was. And let me tell you, the gift bag.
The gift bag.
The gift bag was.
Yeah,
it was the best gift bag I've ever gotten. they gave me a gift bag too.
Oh yeah. So here's me, right? Can you see that? Tilt it down.
Or up.
There we go. There we go.
Hey.
Sorta, kinda. And then they created this while I was standing there. They created. I was like, why do you want her information so bad? She's with me. But they created her whole thing. I was like, oh wow, that's so great.
I had a folder.
Gift bag, everything.
Which was cool because I ended up speaking.
Yeah, she did. She did. She helped out a lot in both classes. And then the second class, how you were like redirecting some of my energy for the students. So there were students who were asking good questions in the ninth grade, but then they would laugh at the answer, and I wasn't sure how to deal with that and how you kind of pivoted. You're like, hey, I'm gonna get your attention, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. So that was good. That was very helpful to me.
Yeah, because sometimes we forget as young people, they're just silly. They're silly and they're easily distracted. And this was so important because this young girl asked a question. I forget the question.
But it was about money.
It was about money.
Now, you know how I get about money. I got excited.
And I wanted her to pay attention to the answer about trading time for money. And let me tell you, these teachers were like, you could see in their eyes that they were thinking about their own life.
Right. Because you haven't had anybody tell you not to spend your time. Wait a minute. What was I saying?
You have not had anyone. None of us. We all could relate. Meaning myself, Sekou, and the two teachers who were in the second class, ninth graders. We could all relate.
What was I saying though?
I'm about to tell you. We could all relate to no one ever teaching us that there was another way to create wealth and to create money. Most of us were taught, go to school, maybe go to college or learn a trade and get a job.
Right.
And all of the teachers all agreed, and you could see, and they were churning like, man, that's true. Like, how come no one is telling us the real about money? So they were also encouraging the students to listen, like pay attention to what he's saying. If you don't get anything else, pay attention to this part.
Yeah. What was I saying in the video?
Don't stop trading your time for money.
Stop trading your time for money. Stop trading your time for money.
Your time for money.
Yes, I got that. And once I got that, because we've all heard it. But once I got it, I really got it. I told them, I was like, listen, kids, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it now that I'm telling you this. But one day, you're going to wake up. You're going to remember me. You're going to think back to the time that guy told you to don't trade time for money. And it's going to click. It's going to click.
And you broke it down. We talked about one of the other things that I appreciated was the teachers really wanting Sekou to share that while Sekou is an entrepreneur, he's an author, that it still takes a team. It still takes a team. And while you're not trading time for money, and maybe you're working on your own, you're a solopreneur, you still need other people. We all need one another. And I loved that they brought that home.
Look at this. Look at this, Fee. We got to get to it. We got like 1 minute.
You ready, Daryl? You got get your cell phone. Get your cell phone out, Daryl. This is good.
Yeah. So I got to do it quickly. All right. So this is what you got to remember. That.
Come on, babe.
I'm trying.
Don't try, just do.
So when you're trading time for money, you're just exchanging time for money. Like, you're a photographer, right? And you're exchanging money for time. Right?
For the hours that you put in, Daryl.
For the hours that you put in. But what you've got to do is to make it so that you're getting paid off your work without you working. So like have your pictures in what do you call those? The people that come and take the pictures and they sell them.
The people that come and take the pictures and they sell them.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a place that there are places that exist that do this. And they came and take your work and they sell it.
Can I jump in?
Sell it. Yeah.
Real quick. Okay.
Yep.
So Daryl, passive income, residual income. You do a job, you create a project, you create a body of work one time, and you can sell it to multiple people over and over and over and over and over. So as a photographer, you could teach a class one time, record it, sell it over and over and over. That's just one example. He said, I got it.
All right.
Yeah. Fatima says, learning to make things work without you being there. So it's happening without you giving up your time. Yes.
And
another.
No, we're done. We're done. But
That was
thank
good.
you.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you for that, Daryl. Thank you for Tima Welsh for describing it out for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring. Share that the Fiance Files is live every Thursday, 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with your boy
Sacred Rights.
and your girl, Fee King.
All right. And remember that now
Is better than perfect.
it's better than perfect. Better than perfect.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.